Hello, this is Richard with Richard's Comics. Got a new episode for you today. Recently was on my comic shop and been trying to fill in my Sleepwalker run. The run from ran from 1991 to 1994. So I'm going to go through those and show you some of those back issues first. The first issue we're going to talk about came out in 2018. It is Infinity Wars Sleepwalker Number 1, Part 1 of a 4-part miniseries. This was kind of not really a relaunch, but they visited the character of Sleepwalker and Rick Sheridan, his alter ego. So this is issue number 1. This actually fills in my run. I have 2, 3, and 4 I got not too long ago. Okay, now Sleepwalker number 5, first meeting between Spider-Man and Sleepwalker. Very cool cover art here. And this is back when comics were still $1, so I missed those days. Next issue, Sleepwalker number 17. It is a team up of Sleepwalker, Spider-Man, and Darkhawk. So definitely some 90s goodness from this issue. Next we have Sleepwalker number 20. This is, I believe, a crossover where Sleepwalker's actually he had a crossover with the Chain Gang. And in this issue, the personalities of Rick and Sleepwalker are mixed, and you can see that their bodies actually gets mixed in this issue, like on the cover. Next is Sleepwalker number 22. This continues that story. Again, I'm trying to fill in my run, so this is issue number 22. Sleepwalker 23. On this one, you see Sleepwalker's nemesis, Cobweb. Sleepwalker 26, a little bit different logo here. They actually put the number up at the top of the issue. Sleepwalker 28, they introduced a new villain for Sleepwalker called Psychotic. Sleepwalker 29. Sleepwalker 31. And in this issue, I had a little bit of trouble tracking down, but finally was able to get it. It's the last issue of Sleepwalker Volume 1 from 1994, Sleepwalker number 33. Okay, now we're going to move on to some classic Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man number 169. Staying with Amazing Spider-Man, a little bit more recent. Amazing Spider-Man Annual with both Black Panther and Iron Man, issue number 25. I've been working on this run for many years. Next, we're going to switch over to Avengers. Wonder Man number 7. This is actually part of the Operation Galactic Storm crossover that was running through Wonder Man, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Quasar, Avengers, and Avengers West Coast. It was a major crossover in the early 90s at that time. Next, we have Wonder Man number 8. Has the White Vision there with him, continuing the Operation Galactic Storm crossover. Okay, issue number 9. This is the Negabomb. If you're familiar with the Operation Galactic Storm, then you know what this is about. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's definitely worth checking out. Okay, now I'm going to transition into the new comics that I got not too long ago. They come out about a week and a half ago, but let me go through those. First one here, Action Comics number 1045. This is continuing the War World saga where he goes up against Mongol. Aliens Annual number 1. Really good classic cover here with the Colonial Marine. We'll go back to Amazing Spider-Man. Current volume, issue number 6. This is actually Legacy number 900, and this was a $10 book if you bought it at retail. So pretty pricey, but it is quite thick if you can see the actual thickness on the spine. Next, we're going to switch over to DC, Batman Fortress number 3. This is continuing that storyline where there's an invasion of Earth and Superman is not around, and it's up to Batman and the rest of the Justice League to save the planet. Staying with the Dark Knight, Batman the Knight, issue number 7. This is continuing the origin where Bruce actually becomes Batman. Still with DC, the greatest team up in comics in my opinion, the latest issue of Batman Superman, World's Finest. Very good issue. It's a classic, almost a Silver Age book, honestly. It's a good versus evil, and that's really all you need in these stories. Issue number 5. Next, DC versus Vampires, All Out War. This is the variant cover. I really liked how they made both Superman and Wonder Woman look. Very creepy book, but I very much like the art. Latest issue of Detective Comics, issue number 1062. It actually reminds me almost like an Edgar Allan Poe with like the Fall of the House of Usher or something. Really like this cover. Switching over to Image, Gunslinger Spawn, issue number 10. I mentioned in my last video, you should definitely be reading as much Spawn as you can. These issues still go for only $2.99, and they have a thicker cardstock cover. I really wish that Marvel and DC would take a page from the way that Spawn's going. Back to Marvel. Maestro, World War M, issue number 5. This continues the Maestro story, kind of a prequel to the Future Imperfect storyline done by Peter David. Next issue, Savage Spider-Man number 5. This is the final part of the Savage Spider-Man miniseries that picked up following Nonstop Spidey. Very good series, but not very deep, but a lot of action. So this is the Spawn team-up book. This is Scorched, issue number 8. And again, like all Spawn books, sitting at $2.99. So definite recommend. Next, Star Wars, issue number 25. There's not really much more to say besides it's Star Wars. It's the Galactic Civil War era. And if you're a Star Wars fan, you should definitely check out this book. Staying with Star Wars Darth Vader, issue number 25. In my opinion, the Darth Vaders, since Marvel got the license back in 2015, Darth Vader has consistently been the best comic book that Marvel's put out Star Wars related. So if it's Darth Vader, you can't go wrong. Next, Star Wars Obi-Wan, number 3. We continue the tour through Obi-Wan's past. If you like Obi-Wan, if you like the new Disney show, or if you just like the character from the original trilogy, you probably want to pick this up. 2 books left. Current volume of Venom, issue number 9, legacy number 209. I have to admit, this book is very confusing when I try and read this. I had to go back and look at the previous issues because I think it's very difficult to follow. I do like the art, but it is, in my opinion, a very confusing book to follow. Okay, last book. Venom, Lethal Protector number 4. I really like this book. It's a throwback to the Venom miniseries from the early 90s. Easy to follow, simple story, and it's Eddie Brock wearing the symbiote the way it always should be. Okay, well, that's all the books. I appreciate your time, and you all have a good day. Bye-bye.